Hey, Castle. Yes, I did. I don't know why you're so worried about it. I think you do well. We all sound like we sound, so. Hello, Toasty. It's okay. You guys will clean it up later in the bathroom on the alien gas station. You're glad I didn't hear you going on the Arby's rant? No big deal. It was good to hear you today. You should make the next big step. Hey, CD, how you doing? Yes, we're diving deep again. And once again, we're eating fish. I think I need to, like, play Farm Simulator or something so I can, like, raise cattle or something. But we won't bloat there, Toasty. We've got adaptations. Hello, Magic Carp. Welcome in. All right, let's get this party started. It's only going to be bad news. 20 hours. Good Lord.
All systems online.
Hey, rabbits. Welcome in. Rock Garden, yes. For all the best music. The B-52s included. All right. So now we have to repair the alien. What is it? The power plant, I think it is. So we need to repair the alien power plant. And we need a whole bunch of trollolite and bacteria that we haven't found yet. And in order to not run out of this very rare stuff, we need to build some equipment to mine with out of the water. So where are those items at? Cultivating, I think. There we go. So we need to find this axiom bacteria culture, and we need to make this ingot. And then we can start farming. So, podcast you were listening to today, one of the hosts said that this game is about 15 to 20 hours of content. They didn't know if it was enough to do a series with him. Yeah, no, I'm just kind of enjoying the first time playthrough, and I just figured, what the heck, I'll stream it and what have you. I will probably play it again. I don't know that I'll stream it, but I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to slow down and like really read through everything and try to do a better job of searching in the shallows and stuff. Maybe move around the base a little bit and try to do a little more of the story bits that are there. Now, can we search our bacterium? Nope. We can search the flower. Head. No bacterium. Where's that located? I don't see it lit up. It's like really close. It must be the one next door. I'm just not looking at it right. Yeah, it's right there. Silly goose. It's right next door, you silly goose. All right, how are we doing on supplies? All right. This doesn't matter for the moment. Probably need to build our own garden. These ones are here, but they don't regrow. Oh, we already did our own garden. I forgot all about this one up here. Can we put some more of these in? This is our water factory. Inventory full.
Welcome aboard.
Make a couple of salads, and then for the water, you got to come over here and have it done. Okay, hang on. I'm catching up on there. You need unlimited metal to fix the power plant. Yes, pretty much. Is there metal smelting in this? I don't think it's smelting as much as farming. But we need to go find that bacteria. 50 to 20, that's rushing it, in my opinion. Spent more hours and limited demos. Yeah, I think they mean, you know, if you understand the game, 15 to 20. The first episode I did, I spent a lot of time looking for silver, which I know they've updated. They've added a little more silver. It was a little difficult to find, you know, even a small amount of silver. A lot of things were, if you didn't have silver, you couldn't build a scanner, you couldn't get ahead to find any more silver. So it was kind of a, you were in a catch-22. Actually, let's make some more. I think the one thing we are going to have to probably make more than anything, there's going to be more power plants too. So we're going to need some copper, because I have a feeling we're going to have to build a boatload of those to get anything done. I think that'll get us started. Plus we have emergency water here. You have a battery? That's not what we wanted to do. Change the battery out. Charge that for me. Slugs are going to rejoice, yes. I've pardoned the slugs. All right.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
The power plant almost crushed the Angel clone. All right, I'm going to go over here to the alien mining facility.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
I'm sorry. Chillax. Let's see if we can't find any more of those green globs, the trollolite, while it's daylight. Ooh, there's a symbol over here. Can we read it outside? Good mining here. Set nets for human thieves. That's nice.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
It's okay. It's okay. There's another one of those over here. Further. Further down.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We need to find the next depth module so we can go deeper. Yeah, that's a good question, Toast. Yeah. All right, we've already got that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Or it could be the tailings using the Axum language, maybe. Yeah, that's the part I really want to spend some time with because there's like 3 different groups, it sounds like. And then you've got the Rosetta Stone, which is written in the language from Subnautica 1, or at least that's what I'm guessing because of the fact that it's written in 3 languages. So it's kind of a need to piece together the time. Although with some of those entries being, 230,000. Where are you at? I can hear your music playing.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Yeah, that's the other one of the other things too I've been thinking about is where did you come from? Ow. You turd. He's eating my ship.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Go away. Well, at least we're finding some more of this stuff. Leave my ship alone.
Welcome to warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
We need to build this attachment too so we can go gather up supplies. We got a few more, that's good. And then one thing we picked up, but I was too busy fighting the fishies there, was we picked up some of that bacteria. This is perfectly fine. This won't bother us a bit. Oop, there's something written over here. What's this thing? Tongue thieves fear sonic resonators. Okay. It's absolutely safe. There's not a problem.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We won't need a nightlight ever again. All right, let me go back around this way, see
Maximum depth reached.
if there's
Hull
any
damage
more of it.
imminent.
Because we need those bacteriums to make the mine stuff. Oops, see, there's another green thing. Make one more pass. And then we'll start mining.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Ow. You bumped into my... I hope you have insurance.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Quit beating up the ship. This is where I missed the sea moth.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Where you had that little electrical charge you could use. Alright, alright, alright. I'm backing out. Repair the boat. Inventory full. What can we get rid of? Drink some water. This stuff is too important.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
It's a hit and run. There's no insurance.
Depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Oh, come on. There's more good stuff here. Can I get rid of something else? Get rid of that. We could eat that. I think that'll work.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Hey, you forgot something here. Another piece. We don't have the room for it. Should have put a blocker on the back of that thing.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
All right, let's go home and go gardening or mining, whatever we're supposed to do. Now I want to find more of these symbols places so I can read what's going on. That was kind of cool. I wonder how many are like at the tadpole pins and stuff, because that's where the tailings were. forgot we had a garage. All right, let's make one of these. Then we'll go build the mining tool. Do I need a... Yeah, I need to make a travois. Yank it behind me. I think I need to make that other add-on because we're probably going to need a boatload of titanium. And a few other things. We need to put a couple of batteries in here, I think. We definitely need more power. We're using 44 of 50. We have this thing on. All right, we can build it.
Warning, power offline.
All right.
Power connected. All systems online. Warning, power offline.
Did that help any? No. A power plant it will be. We need copper and we need copper. Regardless of which way we go. All right.
Welcome aboard.
No empty space there. Get quite a bit of that, actually. Hey, Humble Tracker. How you? You know what? Probably need to make another locker here.
Seconds.
Aha! Saw somebody else do that. I thought that was cool. All right,
Power
all right.
connected. All systems online.
Let's go find some copper. I appreciate the support, Humble. Subnautica is a very fun game. The second one is living up to expectations. Hey, we got another pipeline here. We could run some more juice from over here if we need to. All right, that might get us started.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I don't think we need that metal farm. Can undo that. I think we need to make this at some point. There we go. So we need titanium and copper and gold. All right.
Warning. Power offline.
Of course. You finally figured out how to get TLD working. Did lose all the previous stuff. It started on PS5 load. It seems...
Power connected. All systems online.
Oh, that's so sad to hear. I'm glad you're getting it to work again, but that's not an easy pill to swallow. I know that would be definitely a hard thing to recover from without feeling a bit of frustration. You know, I think there's gold down in that spot where I want to do it anyway.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Heat danger.
Guess we'll try to get the maximum out of it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Have I checked out the Aurora Sickness mod? No, I haven't. It's on my list of videos to watch for sure. I also saw one that Stars put out that I find very intriguing that I need to watch too. He's supposedly doing the Tales and Misery. So I think that's a unique and crazy challenge. So big respect for that. That's going to be a crazy idea. Okay, so let's take one of these. I did watch somebody else do this, so I've got a little bit of insight here. Basically put in a seed, and then it'll grow from the seed. Takes time.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, I saw the video today, and I was like, wow, that's a gutsy... That's a gutsy thing to do, especially the third part of the Tales is pretty tough when you're chasing after Sutherland and you're having to do all those rope climbs and stuff. That's going to be brutal, especially if he gets one of the more debilitating things early on. So if he ends up getting something like broken bones or something like that, or whatever, or shattered bones or whatever, I forget that's going to make that a really brutal challenge. What do I need for jet? Silver. All right, I think we can make one more jet here.
Welcome aboard.
Okay, so now we're making 112 and using 44. Drink our sweat. Can we make any salads? We can make a salad. Tighten up the lockers. And we're out of titanium. That's okay. They're not perfectly straight, but we got more of them. What would it cost me to make a locker? Probably titanium. What do I have to do with this? Single bed. Utility. Portable locker. Or titanium. Alright, we'll build a portable locker. No worries about the all caps. Oh, hang on. Okay. Okay. I'll see you later. Sorry about that, Humble. You put something in there that the bot didn't like.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, let's go on a titanium run. We'll build a locker and start the process here. Back here.
Welcome Captain.
The inventory's full already. Quick before it falls to the bottom.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Humble, thanks for taking the time. I know it was late, so I appreciate it very much. Thank you. All right. So we know we need titanium ingots in order to make these. So change the recipe and let's start making some titanium ingots. While that's working on that, we'll go do some more mining.
Welcome aboard.
That, or maybe we build the U-Haul. What's it cost to make the U-Haul? Or do we have to build the... You know what? We'd have to build the other piece for this, the builder. Eventually. Maybe for good measure, we should go over to that spot where they said we were thieving it. Live up to the expectations.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
There's so much over here. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, that's who's making all that noise over there. Get off the ship.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
They do. They're very out of place. I should just trade them in for the big stuff. Because I think we need 10 of these, and then we need 10 more to make those other ingots, so.
Welcome
Lots of
aboard.
titanium. Should go check my farmer. All right, I think that modification station needs to move because every time I walk past it, it's getting all excited. Okay. All right. Stop. Maybe you'll be less quiet over there, or more quiet over there. Maybe we need to make the base builder bigger. More room. We need more room.
Seek caloric intake.
Oh. Oh, it's working. 5 minutes away, but that you notice that started on the bottom. So it's making its way up. Let's take that. That. Hey, the big poo shit. The poo. The poo. I was going to say ship, but it came out completely incorrectly. That fish that's pooing all over the place. Make a couple salads. Make a couple more salads. It really helps on the food front there. Is that all we can do is make grease out of it? Whoops. Gotta push the button. Send it to the DP. It can hang out at the lighthouse. No doubt, huh? Food everywhere. They'll supposedly make really good food for some. Oh, it disappeared. How much time we got left? 2 minutes.
Welcome aboard.
You guys were hilarious with the fart gun today. Well, heck, let's do some sweat drinking. We need quartz to make that locker. Okay. What if I want to add on to the base? Oh, we can't put it there because of the battery thing. Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Oh, it has inventory and I can't do it while it's got inventory. If only remodeling your home was this easy. Oh, we need one more. One more layer. That'll work. Now we'll build some more lockers. You have to move first. Yeah, I know. It's on the floor. I didn't have enough room. There's the first 10. How about you? Are you ready? You are ready. So it gives us 2 off of 1 seed and then restarts again. So.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm gonna go find some quartz so we can build some more of those lockers. Could have sworn I'd seen a big chunk of it somewhere over here. Oh, I think that's salt. Here we go. thing's powerful. While we're here, grab some more of that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We need the alien fart gun and TLD. Scare the wolves away. There's silver and titanium down here if we need it. All right, let's build a couple more of these bigger lockers. Can we do some more? We need more. Okay, we're out of titanium. Time to get more titanium.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Where are you? I can hear you sucking on the power cables. You're going to become lunch.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
While we're here, and why it's here, uh-oh, I see more wreckage right there. And I see something we haven't touched yet. Twinkle, tailings.
Holy hell.
Damn, we made it.
When those things,
Tailings.
when the tailings came after us, all I could think was we aren't going to reprint. This is it. I finally get to go outside, and the first thing I do is die on a spear.
Let's sort this cash into take and bury.
Captain.
Why didn't Sophie let you outside?
Why didn't I ever do any work, you mean?
Hey, you always seem cool. I just never saw you do anything.
I'm keeping something secret. If I ever got sick and reset, Sophie wasn't sure she could convince me to keep it secret again, so I had to stay safe.
Ruby gets killed all the time. Really freaks me out.
Yeah, she asked me to listen to a recording once.
Thanks for talking me into leaving her.
What?
I mean, I would have gone looking for her, and
The maze field would have got you.
I can hear the tree twinkle. It wants me to go into the sea and feed myself to it.
If you do that, you'll never see Ruby again.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we can't stay here. Tailings don't like the open plains. We can build there and start scanning for the Jubilee.
I'm wondering, is the Jubilee a ship? Or is it a group? They mention it quite a bit. Sulfur, that. Probably to keep that on me. It may be because, you know, everything has happened out of Sleep Bay 3, but where's the other parts of the ship of the Cicada? Or was the Jubilee another ship? Or there's a lot of question marks. That's why I want to play it again, and I want to go through. I know I missed a couple of tidbits of information. You know what? Drink that. Drink it. Just drink it. You don't need both hammers. Sleep Bay might have been a life pod, true. I mean, realistically, with all of this stuff here, the logs and stuff, if we could go through all of this and piece all this together. I mean, there's so much to read, and that's what it just needs to be gone through and messed with. So how are we doing on ingots here? Should be close. All right, let's start the new recipe. Production begins. Now, a good Subnautica would sort this all out and label it and do all the right stuff, and I should, but I'm not going to. The fact that it pulls it from the... Oops, I guess I didn't push that one back far enough. The fact that it pulls from all the lockers kind of makes it a little less need to do that, although when you're looking for something to build something outside, that's a little different. Can I fit all this? I can fix this. Could we please get this where it belongs? Thank you. I'm liking that water adaptation. That's kind of cool. Hang on, I see chap going off. I'll take a peek here in just a second. All right, I think that's enough for lockers. I think we're doing pretty good. LOL, but you are correct. You made lockers. I didn't throw it on the floor, I guess. You're going with the Leviathan class organic thing if it's mind control involved, feeding yourself to the realm of the ancient ones. Yeah, it's interesting because there's like, it's like, who are the tailings and then the axiom, and how are they involved with the creatures that were on 4546B, because the Rosetta thing is written in that language. It's the only reason why we can read it. There's definitely a lot to digest. Definitely a lot to digest. Oh, when I play regular Subnautica CD, man, I'd have a locker for everything. Properly labeled. I see there's a lot less minerals, too. I think they cut down the number of minerals, because you'd have to have rubies and gel sacks and midnight and so much stuff. Oh, this isn't taking very long at all. All right. Okay, so there's our 10 of those. I forget what the other 10 were. So I guess it's just as good a time to go and find out. I know we needed 10 of the magnet alloys, and we needed 10 regular titanium, I believe. I think the other one was that green stuff, I think, but I don't remember. Yeah, I need to figure out how to mod them. I did a whole playthrough of Subnautica 1 on a regular, just vanilla. I know I drove a ton of people nuts because everybody kept asking me where my Cyclops submarine was, and I was like, I don't build the Cyclops. I don't play that way. I think the Cyclops eats up a lot of resources, especially if you're doing the survival mode. If you're doing creative, you can have a good time with it, but in survival, you're trying to get through it. Okay, what do we need? Titanium, strontium, and magnesium. Okay, we need strontium. I believe that was the green stuff. Where are the ingots? Strontium. That was that stuff. Okay, so we might as well go look for some of that stuff while we're out and about. There's some right there. Ow. That wasn't necessary. The Cyclops was the only way I could finish Subnautica, especially dealing with the warpers and sea dragon. Yeah, see, what I would do is I would get the sea moth set up to go to its deepest depth, and then I would use a pathway that I had discovered that goes from Life Pod 3 to Life Pod 2. And if you followed the mountain ridge between those two spaces, you never had to deal with the Reapers. The Leviathans left you alone. And then I would essentially go down to where the now I don't know if this is correct terminology, but I would call them the methane rivers because they were like blue. Ow. Ow! Stop stabbing me. Good Lord.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Beat the hell out of me. But it was basically those frozen rivers that were down below. And then right at that, it was the deepest you could go with the sea moth. And it was right there where there was like one of the skeletons of the Leviathan, and then in the next room you could go deeper, and there was the ghost Leviathan tree. And I would build a moon pool, essentially right at that spot.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And I would take the prawn suit and I'd take it down there, and I would do the whole thing. I knew that I didn't hit anything. They hit me. It was a hit and run. I would take the prawn suit down to the moon pool with the thermal generator, and I would build a seabed down there and a replicator and just enough supplies down there to live. And then I would leave the prawn suit down in that lower level and never bring it back to the surface, because it was, it's just very cumbersome to get around in. And so then I would just take the sea moth and go from my shallows base down to that base. And then I would build a second sea moth and I would put it in the alien base and leave it there, because you end up taking the sea moth through the portals and you would need some way to get to your home base in the shallows. And so I would use the second sea moth to do that. All right. Change recipes. Strontium. Let's get that going. Another hit and run, and I can't find a cop anywhere. And the locals think we're thieves. Curious when we're going to get to doing this here. The suits and stuff. Alright, so we only got enough to do how many here? I think it took 2, 4, 6, 8. We might have enough. How's this thing doing? Maybe we build another one of these? Why not? Oh, we need ingots. Never mind. We have just enough ingots to get going.
Welcome aboard.
But I did see a short the other day that I guess somebody got into like the build version of the game, and they were able to see some of the things in the dev areas. I guess there's like a whole area where the devs are testing stuff, and one of the things they saw was a prawn suit add-on for the tadpole. So it's going to be like an addition to the tadpole. So you can get all the slugs. Utility. Hive elevator. Gotta play with that at some point. Copper, ingot, and glass. Okay. You don't know that I'm going to worry about that? We're getting so close. 5 more. I don't think we have enough. We're going to have to get a little bit more of that stuff, so.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm going to run to 7-Eleven. I'll be right back. All right, CD, thank you very much for popping in. I do appreciate it. Ooh, here we go. Hey now, you don't need to get all feisty. In search of shattered. What? Stalking again, Toasty. Stalking.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Ooh, I don't remember coming over here. More gold over here. Oh, getting to the edge. Got to be careful. Hang on, Castle. I saw you wrote something here. I just haven't had a chance to read it yet. How we doing here?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, here's a couple more. This should do it. This should round it out. That thing is so much more powerful. All right, let's head for home. Also, one thing that creeped me out about the Subnautica was one of the radio messages Riley gets from the warpers themselves. It says 9 targets down, 1 to go. Who was the other 9? Because most of them, the crew, were taken out of the planet. Yeah. True. Although, you know, there are gaps in the story. You know, like they left that note at the island, and they left in the sea maw. But you never know what happened to them. Well, there's a couple of them that might have gotten taken out by the warpers. The PDAs will tell you what everyone went through and how they got out. Yeah. Again, you read more of that than I have, so I'm, like I said, I'm just going off of what I know. But I mean, there's like those two that were on the island. I don't remember seeing a PDA that says, you know, how they died. They just decided they were going to go together, and I think the one mentioned something else, but yeah, there were quite a few of them that died in the life pods, but we don't know if there were other survivors. Maybe there were survivors on the Aurora itself that didn't go into life pods. It would be interesting to go through that message a little deeper and see. I don't know that I remember that one. Two more, guys. Two more. Yeah, I do remember that one, and the one that got eaten by the cave worms. Like I said, the one that came to mind was the group at the island. They just basically said that they were going off together. I don't remember there being an end story for them. That doesn't mean that there wasn't. It's just what I remember. I don't think I'm going to be able to carry all this.
Welcome aboard.
So we'll put that in there. Yeah, the fake doctor claimed the virus. He claimed he had the virus. Now, he could have been taken out by the warpers if he tried to escape. Drink that, eat that. Yeah, Life Pod 2 was down by where the Ghost Leviathan is in that one section. Alright, guys, here we go. Toasty, I don't know if you're still watching or if you're listening in the background. We're getting ready to repair the generator. Materials have been allocated. I've played a lot of it too. You seem to know quite a bit about it, so I will give your knowledge on it the upper hand over what I know. And I do remember bits and pieces of it. It's been a while since I've actually played it, and there is a lot to digest. Kind of like this, same thing. There's a lot to read, and I don't always do a good job of that, and I need to do better on that. Maybe we gotta park out here. Just in case.
Power plant repairs complete.
Wow.
Power plant overhaul complete. Bloom cleared. Ready for restart.
Can't leave a sweat bubble behind. Man never knows when he's gonna need a sweat bubble. All right. Turbine is clear. We are in the green. Start the power.
Alien power plant. Online. Turbine rotating. Output. Steady. Power restored.
Yeah, by all means, I'll watch it. So now,
Activity at the area observatory nearby. Entering the structure will give you a strong salvage claim.
so we got two other things on this board. All right, Singh. We can see the unseen.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Trying to think which ones I know. I know those are the ones on the island. There's the ones that are down where the worms are. There's the ones that are in the area where the bulbs are. Trying to think where the other one would be. Wow. Everything is lit up. The power is running. Ow! How dare you tear my ship up? Uh-oh. Something over here we need to look at? Or did we already touch this one? No, here's another one we didn't touch. Ow! Uh-oh, that one you can't. Probably methane, natural gas. Thought this was a hydroelectric plant. Originally, yeah, but the Axiom added methane burners. Well, hang on, let me check the database. It's okay, okay. Hey, really, it's okay. Where's Mantis? He's up here at the broken turbine. He thinks he can help fix it. Up on the big arch before he resets. Trying to drive and read at the same time. Yeah, we're here, said Nima. Okay, write that down. I may have to find that again. Oh, okay. So it's not something you could visit, but it's in the canon lore that was destroyed by the Aurora. This is not a cryptor vault. Nothing useful to Axiom is stored here. It will not save you or your spawn. It is a message for helpful aliens. For hope's sake, do not destroy it. So Terra. This is not a cryptor vault. Nothing useful to Axiom is stored here. It will not save you or your spawn. It is a message for helpful aliens. I wonder if the helpful aliens are the ones that were on 4546.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Can I sneak this in here? Okay, good. It'll be safer. What does this say? Observatory Museum. Today's Kokorum burns methane to power Xanadu. New telescope are better. This old tower stands as a museum. Today, Kokorum burns methane to power Xanadu. Okay. It's open. Shall we open the door?
No living thing has disturbed this space in more than 2 centuries.
2 centuries. So that puts an age on...
The observatory's water is enriched by oxygen bubblers. Please do not become accustomed to this convenience.
So this place has been untouched for 200 centuries? Or 2 centuries? 200 years? It's the solar system.
This is a map of the local solar system and nearby stars, including a pulsar. Matching to TransGov known pulsar database. Estimating distance from Earth. Results deferred. Please consult your noetic advisor.
Estimated distance from Earth. Results deferred. Please. Okay. Okay, bud. I'll definitely check it out. What the hell? I think we're so far away they don't want us to know. The PDA doesn't want to tell me. Okay, so we got this symbol here. Our star system. This gives me Dark Crystal vibes. Where's that can't remember the old woman's name in that deal, but she had that huge. Long ago, fire users called Ardax built a telescope at Porcorum to spy on the world tree at Xanadu. Long ago, fire users called fire users. Why would you need a fire in ocean world? After the 0 year, when the daughter fell from space, all Axum fled to deep water. The telescope was destroyed. In the year 500 Pi, brave magi and shepherds returned to Corum. They rebuilt this observatory to study the erratic messenger. Erratic messenger.
Architects, we beg your aid. The world trees are dying. Their angels cry out to us. The trees' roots feed the world, and the world feeds the trees. Each requires other, as we require you. But the roots are rotting. The nuclear heart dims. There is hope. Cross the great trench to Xanadu. Find the Veps. The tree's genes may live in them. Find the Veps. Renew this tree. Beware. Cryptos slumber beneath the trees. They fear you. We leave them to your mercy. Analyzing message. The Axum language refers to the Titan-class lifeform on the horizon. As a world tree, there is an alien hibernation crypt below the world tree. Site designation, Xanadu. Site status, unknown.
That's it? We've reached the end of the story. As it is. Oh, there is so much to figure out. They're saying the tree is a Titan class. After the 0 year, when the daughter fell from space, all Axum fled to deep water. The telescope was destroyed. But when the daughter fell, are they talking about the cicada, or are they talking about some other cataclysmic event? Long ago, fire users called Arctics built a telescope at Kukurum to spy on the world tree at Xanadu. Fire users. Interesting. Well, there's definitely a lot to the story we don't know. And we've got a lot of gaps to fill. Today, Kukurum burns methane to power Xanadu. New telescopes are better. This old tower stands as a museum.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This is not a cryptor vault. Nothing useful to Axum is stored here. It will not save you or your spawn. It is a message for helpful aliens. For hope's sake, do not destroy it. Oh, here's another message. What does this say? When we hear this place, we say, remember, when we saw the stars, a credit to our species. Not like what came after, but we are what came after. Leftovers, tailings. When we tend this space with broken claws, who will credit us against that debt? Tailings. I still have a gut feeling that some of the people that killed themselves somehow became tailings. Why would they be talking about debt? That doesn't make any sense. Let's see if we can find any more messages. Hey now, I'm looking. Go away. That's the entrance. At least you can see him from a distance, so easy enough to spot. Then there's all these here. If you could get your hands on Subnautica 2, you'd probably enjoy the story a bit more. Watching it here, it just sounds a little goofy to me. Yeah, it's And I haven't probably pieced it together very well from what you've watched because I've missed things and what have you. That's why I'm tempted to start over again from the beginning and kind of like really slow down, because some of the things that were frustrating me early on was like not being able to find silver, and I wasn't able to get things done and started. I still like to understand what this number means. They are prime numbers, though. Open the observatory, find the computer hidden inside. It will tell you what we ask. So did we find the computer? Or was that where it cut off? Because we did turn something on and then it stopped. We call you architects. We call ourselves Axiom. This world is Proteus. Okay. Open the observatory, find the computer. I think that other button when we pushed it, that was the computer. So at some point we'll have to go back and touch the computer. And then we'll have to go all through that alien stuff. Let's take the... Oh, what's down here? Did we miss something else? Nope, I think we were already here. Yeah, because this is where all those spike things are. In fact, I can hear them shooting at us now. So let's go snooping around here for a minute, see if we see anything lit up that we can read. Any more of that fancy writing? Can I reread the line talking about the one race called themselves? Was that one of the things I was reading back at the tower? Okay. I'll go back over there just 1 second. I'm gonna dip my head in over here where the mining stuff is. I'm just looking for writing. Trying to see. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Out of bounds. Yeah, that was the one writing I read that said that they were good mining here.
Seek fresh water intake.
Buy some time there. Oh, doggone it. Hit the wrong button. Okay, so that doesn't work on theirs. There's much bigger. We don't work on that kind of scale. We have to do it smaller.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
My buddy's back.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
All right, Castle, we'll head back. Oh, shoot. We crossed the threshold. Oh, wait. What did we miss here? We're going to pay the price for this. Gotta go before the monsters hit us. Place is big. Crossing all this. Okay, here's the Rosetta Stone. I think this is what you were talking about. I'll start at the bottom. We'll work our way up. This message is the same in your language and ours. The purpose is to teach you our language. Then the prime numbers. If you become weak, seek remedy in strangeness. Alterra. Open the observatory, find the computer, hidden inside. It will tell you what we ask. We believe this observatory will survive our drowning. We choose it to hold our message. We beg your pardon. We called to you for help. We know it's your delight to visit and study. We called to you for help. I wonder if that's why they deviated the ship. We call you architects. We call ourselves Axiom. This world is Proteus. That is that the one? Alan and his people. You'll have to explain. I don't know if I'd fall on you. Is that part of that thing where they're doing the radio notes, the lore? I saw something about radio notes. If that's what you're referring to. And see, this Rosetta Stone looks the same as the one on 4546B. Looks like the same metal, the same architecture. I'm curious. It said that the time distance away from Earth, and it says refer. Back in Below Zero, you meet a voice named Alan, who is part of an ancient race of aliens who built the gun platform. Okay, yeah. So they would be the ones who did the Rosetta Stone, because it's the same technology. It's the same texture, different than the alien technology here. That makes sense, because why else would they have built the gun on 4546B? Because they found that disease and they quarantined themselves. All right. I'm going to go in here and see if our buddy here has anything to say about the distance from Earth. There we go. Distance from Earth. I see that your PDA has referred you to me concerning the distance from Earth. Are you prepared for a difficult conversation? Remember that 40,000 lives are counting on you. I have complete access to your psychological profile, and I'm certain you want the truth. You know that you are not on Zazura, therefore you have deduced that you are not 14 light years from the nearest phase gate. Your PDA identified the pulsar in the Axiom array as PSR K1745-2856. It is near the galactic core, 20,000 light years from your home. We have traveled further than any human being in history. There is no possibility of rescue or return. The civilization we build here will not reconnect with humanity for at least twice the length of recorded human history. adding further analysis to your PDA bank.
This is as far as my pioneers got.
Distance from Earth. The blue circle on this galactic map contains a total extent of human spaceflight through phase gate permit. It's faster than light travel. The ships which construct new phase gates are limited to the speeds of light. The maximum size of the transcom space, therefore, is determined by the number of years humanity has possessed the dark matter ion drives. The red point indicates your current position in the galaxy. You are near pulsar PSR K17452856, just rimworld of the global cluster. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Javorsky 2, at the base of the Milky Way Norm Arm. You have traveled further than any human being in history. Blue circle will not contact a red point for approximately 20,000 years. It may help you to think that of this as 4 times the length of recorded human history. This rules out both rescue and follow-up missions and self-rescue by a Neptune rocket. The CICADA's mission is now effectively a separate civilization. The only possibility of rescue is to return, or the only possibility of rescue or return lies in whatever phenomenon brought the cicada to Proteus. Well, this changes a lot. I wish Toasty would have been able to hang out. I think he would have been intrigued by all this. So I don't know if he'll have a chance to watch it later, but 20,000 light years away. So they were on their way to Zazura, 14 light years away, through the phase gate. Sure, I don't know how soon I'll be able to watch it all, but why not? I might as well get caught up on all this, because this is just the beginning of this story. We have a whole lot more to discover. And like I said, I think it might be worth going through and starting over from scratch and being much more, I don't know how to word it. I need to be much more diligent about trying to find every bit of evidence, every bit of information.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Especially because most of the Leviathans, they do some damage, but nothing catastrophic. Most of the monsters are pretty tame. I mean, they do cause small amounts of damage, and they sound scary, but you need to spend a lot more time figuring out all the details. Thank you, Castle. I do appreciate that. I need to get more caught up on that stuff for sure. This has been fascinating as heck. Maybe we'll have to start another run. Just for the sake of trying to find all the lore. We know where the story ends at this point. We could spend more time just looking for more details. it's interesting to think that they got pulled across here, and at what point did Noah decide to print the 20 some odd people to get things started here, and they kept running into problems. A reaction stream, that would work. You know what? This might be a very good subject for After Dark when I get to do another one, which probably won't be for a few weeks. But this would be a very good subject for After Dark, for sure. I don't want to spoil too much for Jitwire. I know she's behind on games and stuff, so. And I know she's a fan of Subnautica. All right, Jordy. Do we have any more water recipes? Yes, we do. Make me some water. Yeah, this would be a good subject for the Survivor's Corner. And the point of us calling it the Survivor's Corner was so that we could do more than just the Long Dark. I know that we kind of focus on that, but the idea was to also kind of, as time went on, not be afraid to venture into some other games. I have to try that one next time. This is one I didn't try. Become invisible. That would be cool. The water thing seems to be working really good, though. I get the feeling we missed stuff over in the hot caves. And in the shallows, for sure. You know what? The Spotify stuff all has to be manually uploaded, and I get behind on it. So, yeah, it's my fault. I had somebody else comment about that not too long ago, and I was like, it's just because I don't upload them as much as I should.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, we changed that mainly because it gave us some flexibility to do other games. And then the other thing, too, is we didn't want to start stepping on toes with the Hinterland and the Long Dark. So switching it over from Long Dark Nights or the Long Dark podcast and stuff and doing Survivor's Corner was, a lot of it was preservation. Reduces the noise. Need to find the other depth module. I heard there's a second one that'll get us down to 800 meters. Hey, it's the poopy fish. He came by to drop package off. Thank you, poopy fish. You just litter everywhere.
Welcome aboard.
Well, I don't know what else to do in this. I think we may just be calling it right here. Because if I'm going to do any more, I want to start from the beginning again and go through it again. So maybe we'll stream that. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Might be worth streaming. Do more of the investigative stuff. I know I invited Toasty to play like backseat. So maybe we can get him involved and we can do a slower playthrough like one night a week or something. He can help me piece together the story. But he needs to know the first story too, so he'll never play it, but he needs to know the first story. So Castle, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate the company. And you did really good today, man. Don't worry about your voice. You sound great. So you should do the if Toasty invites you on to do more, you should do it. You sounded good. You're fine. And everybody else that's watching, thank you so much for hanging out. It's exciting to reach the end of this chapter of the game, and they did a really nice job in early access. This looks really good. It looks a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what else they add. This story has got a lot of twists and turns in it. You know, who's right? Was Sophie right? Was Nahima right? Is Noah right? Oh, Toasty, I was wondering where you ran off to. We've finished the story. We fixed the turbine and we went inside the observatory and we read some really cool stuff. If you'd like, I'll go back up to the observatory and you can read what we found, or you can go back and rewatch it. It's about 30 minutes ago. Okay. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. But I was telling Castle here that I'd kind of like to go through it again, and I'll leave this up to you. But if you want to do a backseat run where maybe like one night a week or something, we can play for a few hours. You can we'll jump on Discord or VDO, and you can help me piece the story together. We'll play detective. And we'll play it from the aspect of we know where things are now, so we can spend more time doing search and destroy. Spend more time underwater, more time looking in the nooks and crannies. So I'll let you think about that, but I'm going to call it a night on this, and then we'll decide if we're going to do a second run through and play with the story some more. Focus more on story and less on, you know, what happens next and being a squirrel. But for everybody that's hanging out, thank you very much. And I think that's we're going to call it right here. I think I've already saved it. We can always come back to this. Maybe that's an idea. I hadn't thought about that. I was actually thinking about doing a test my limits run on that one, but I could definitely think about doing that. Might put on the like the dementia mode or something. Make it really crazy. But yeah, I need to do some different stream stuff. This one just I've been so itching to play this for a while. So anyway, thanks guys. I'm gonna call it here and I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for hanging out.